Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Onyedima. I am the founder of Accounting with Carl, a bookkeeping firm set out to help small business owners understand their business finances and how to grow their businesses. On this episode today, I'm going to be teaching you how to track your expenses using the Google Sheet. In the last YouTube video we created, we taught you how to create an expense tracker with Google Forms, but today we're going to show you how our expense tracking template works, how it looks, and how to create one for yourself and for your business. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends and your families. Hello and welcome to another training. Today I'm going to teach you how this expense tracking template works and how to create one from scratch. So this is our expense tracking template at Accounting with Carl. It has Google Sheets. The first template we created, the first expense tracking tool we created was on Google Forms, but this time around we're creating an expense tracking template on Google Sheets. You remember that if you create an expense tracker on Google Forms, it automatically updates in your Google Sheet, but this time around we're going to be just using the Google Sheets to create our expense tracker. The only thing is that you have to be opening your Google Sheet. Unlike the Google Forms, you just open the link, enter your transactions, and it will automatically update in your Google Sheet. Now this is how the Google Sheet, the expense tracker works. It has this column format, unlike the Google Forms where we created date, description, amount, and category. Here we have date, description, in, out, balance, category. So you can also use this as your income and expenses sheet, income and expenses template. So if you learn how to create this expense tracking template, so you can equally convert it to an income and expenses template for your business or whatever. So now let us enter some data into this template to teach you, to show you how this template works. So today is the 17th day of February 2025, and we received money from the sales on 15th February 25. So I don't want it to be long, I'm stopping here. And we received 20,000 naira. We used that, and you see what we have at hand is 20,000 naira. So but this will not show in your summary section, this section, if you do not select the category in which this falls. Now this is our income. See, this is our income, our total income. Nothing is showing here, but once we select the category in which it falls, we type income. You see, we are now seeing our total income to be 20,000 naira. This is amazing. So let's say the same day, the 17th February still, we bought data subscription, subscribed our office Wi-Fi. Let's say that was, I'm just using any number, so and this is not real, this is 3,000 naira. So which category is this data subscription going to fall into? This is what you have to think about yourself, and for the purpose of this I'm going to be putting it into, I think I have internet here. Okay, internet, you can use internet or you can use telephone. So for this we are going to select internet, and you see currently it is showing 0. So we just internet, and yes, this is our internet. We have 3,000 naira. Okay, let's say the same day or the following day, 18th February 25, we bought another data. 2,500. Remember what we had then. What we have is just 3,000 naira only. But immediately we select internet, it is going to show us this is 3,000 plus 2,500, which is 5,500. So this is how beautiful this expense tracking template works. So you can go on and on and on, enter data into. So just teach your staff. Any day you make an expense, just enter it into this template, and you'll be seeing the totals. Even from your phone, you have a Google sheet, you'll be seeing what your staff is doing. I taught you how to restrict access on Google Forms, and it applies also on Google Sheets, how to restrict access. So let's say this time around we bought diesel or fuel, bought diesel for generator of the office, bought fuel. No, let me just be specific, but 2 liters of fuel, 2 liters of fuel for office use. So that's going to be 2 liters of fuel. Let's say 2,500. I know it's close to that. So you see, you're seeing our balance. It is automatically subtracting everything from us, and then we select fuel or diesel. So this time around, I think we have fuel or diesel somewhere here. Say diesel or fuel. So we select it, and we have fuel or diesel to be 2,500. And you see on the 18th we received another money from our sales. You say 18th February 25. Received from manager this time around. Our manager gave Joy, take this one as your expense for today. This is to run all the office expenses, and that was, let's say, 5,000 naira. You see, we have 12,000 naira here. So once it goes to 5,000 as in, it automatically updates to 17,000. So you don't need to touch the balance column. All you need to input is from date to out, and then the category. The summary section does the update for you. So now I will now also select this to be income. This is our income. Initially it was 20,000, so now we have 25,000 naira. So you can just enter whatever thing you want to enter. Now let us create this template from scratch. Excited, right? Let's dive in. So we click on this sheet. So remember our format. Our format is date, description, in, out, balance, and category. Now you can edit this, make it a bold format. You can increase the size to 11. You can choose to also add borders, but we're not going to be doing that. So I'm going to freeze this top row so that even if we scroll down to 1,000, currently you see if we scroll down you will not be able to see the dates, the headings. So we're going to freeze the top rows, click on view, freeze one row, and we freeze this. So if we scroll down, you still be seeing the headings. So we move this to fit it. So this is it. This is basically everything. So what you have to do, the only thing you have to do with the balance is to impute a formula, and that formula is equal to which is C2. This 8 is on column C, row 2. So that is what we have. C2 plus, no, this is minus D. The out is on D column D, row 2. So that will be D2. So even if you don't want to type D2, you just move your cursor to the left and you select it and then enter. So let's see if our formula works. 2,000 naira and 1,000 naira. So you see it works. So we delete everything. Let's go back, Ctrl Z. So this works. All we have to do, then this is for the first column, for the first row. Then the subsequent ones, you're going to be using another formula, which is equal to your balance. Why are we going to be selecting our balance? Because we have a cash at hand. In case we receive another money, we add it together and then subtract the amount that is going out. So we select the balance, which is E2 plus C3 this time around, because we are working with this column, on this row rather, not on the first one, minus D3. So this is how this formula works, and you select down. So you can just drag the formula down to wherever you want it to go. So whatever, once you just enter something, once you enter data, it's going to show you. If you enter an alphabet rather, let's enter this. You see, it's going to show you an error that this is not a number. So you go back, Ctrl Z, and the beautiful part of this using the Google Sheet is that you don't have to be pressing Ctrl S. It saves automatically as you're typing, as you're doing anything. It is saving, and it's saving in the cloud. So our category now, this is where we have where we're going to be doing a lot of work. So here is our summary section. You can just write summary section, summary. This is our summary. And what do we have? This is our category, and this is the total amount we have spent over. So we are now going to list out the thousands of expenses we made, the whatever thing. So the category, I taught you that categorizing your expense has to do with grouping it into a particular heading, so that it will be easy for you to ascertain your totals. Like if you're buying rice, if you're buying Maggi, everything has to be under food or food stuff, depending on your preference. So if you're buying data, it enters telephone or internet, or you can have it as data subscription, you have fuel, etc. So we are going to be writing accounting stroke auditing. Maybe you'll be hiring people to auditors or accountants to check your work, accounting services. It doesn't have to be this long. I don't want it to be this long. So you just write accounting services. So this is just for this purpose, but you know what you want to do with how you want to group your expenses. So we have data. I'm just going to be writing like 4 or 10 up to 10. Well, electricity, cleaning, case you buy water. What else do you do? Water. So this is okay. Let's just stop here. So you can bold this column, make it a bold format. You can equally increase it. Whatever thing you want to do, just play around so that it will give you that look you want to have. So now these are the category of expenses now under this, we are going to select this column. We're going to select this. We've selected the whole column down to 1,000 now. So what do we want to do? We're going to use something we call a data validation. For data validation, under this you select data and you see data validation, click on it, you add a row, see add a row, you selected sheet 1, this is sheet 1 from F2 to F1000. So if you just want it to be the whole F, you can just remove this 1000 behind and you to select the whole F down to the number of rows we have in Excel. So do you want it to be a drop down? There are so many options. Do you want it to be a drop down or drop down from range? So if you select this drop down, which means you're going to enter these stocks, this your category, you're going to enter them one into this place. Let's say you're going to be entering it here, but we're going to be choosing drop down from range so that we can select, and in case you decide to add something into your category, it will also add up. Okay, so we start select drop down from range. So select a data range. Let us select a data range. Select data range, select this, let's say H3 to H50, we select OK. Now you see, we are done. Close this for a while, and then once you select this drop down, you see we have everything we have written down. So now let us add something else into this category. Let's say this is what we're going to add. Let's say telephone, in case you make calls. Telephone. Remember we didn't have this here when we added data validation. So once we click on this drop down, we are having telephone. So this is how the data validation works, and that is it. Now we are going to the main part, which is the summary, how to get our totals. Okay, let us add our income. This is very essential. Income. So even if you get to that H40 we stop this, you can as well go back to the data validation and extend it to H50, whatever thing number you feel. You have tons of categories that exceed that point. So now we are going to be using the formula to get our totals, because if you do not get it right, it is not going to work. So we're going to be using the formula called the sum if. So we are telling Excel to sum this to sum our out, because this is an expense tracker, so it is mainly for the money going out, but we're also going to do the same for the in. So we're telling Excel to sum everything you see on the out column that falls under these categories. So let us type in to a very long term, equal to sum if tab the range. Which range do we want to sum this? We're telling Excel to sum this, comma, the criteria is if it matches this, and then the sum range will be out. So what we have to do, this is F down to F1000. Remember that was what we did. this is D to D1000. Now let's try something and see if it will. This is in first. Okay, the in is not going to work, but we just want to write income. Let's put 20,000 naira, and that's it. Then the out we have 2,000 naira. So first, let us format this. Decimal point. Reduce the decimal point. So this is it. And this is accounting services. You see? Voila. It works. Now this formula is not going to work for the subsequent ones too. We do something. We are going to cell reference this. What do we mean by cell reference? You add a dollar sign, or you press. You're locking this to be only, because if you do not, it is going to move. So you cell reference it. The only thing you do not cell reference is this history, because it is going to be moving down. So, and then we drag the formula down. Now notice our income is 0, even with the formula. Because why? Because what we selected was this D, and then the income, our income is on C. So there is no amount here. If there were to be an amount, it is going to show us the amount. But because we did not do this, we did not select the C, we are now going to select it. So we change the formula for this, and we are going to cell reference the H10, which is this. Only the income is going to be referenced. Cell reference, we select it, and then we change this D to C, so that it will give us what we want. And see. So subsequently, if you want to copy the formulas down, you just select this one. Don't select the income and then drag it down. So let us enter another, let's say 5,000 naira for data. See, this is how you create your expense tracking template on Google Sheet. Then you can go ahead to beautify your template, add your columns, etc. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.